Hi everyone, it's me, Clem. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all the books on my shelves because I will be doing a bookshelf tour. So enjoy! So this is my first shelf, and as you can see, this is my classic shelf where I have all my classic, and I'm just going to show you what's on it. Peter Pan in Italian, The Wizard of Oz, A Christmas Carol, The Labours of Hercules, The Crime of the Orient Express by Agatha Christie in French, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, The Hound of the Baskervilles, The Maltese Falcon, Dracula, The Secret Garden, a wrecked edition of Romeo and Juliet, The Tempest, The Timing of the Shrew, and Hamlet, all by Shakespeare. Wuthering Heights, The Great Gatsby, The Hobbit, Anne of Green Gables, Anne of Avonlea, Little Women, Anna Karenina, Northanger Abbey, Pride and Prejudice, Persuasion, Mansfield Park. And here I'm not going to put them off, but I have another edition of Pride and Prejudice. This one is illustrated. Here I have Lady Susan, The Watson and Sanditon by Jane Austen, and another edition of Pride and Prejudice. Now we arrive on my second shelf where I have all my Marissa Meyer book and some series. A Deadly Education, Uprooted, Law, The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue, The Midnight Lie, Stalking Jake the Ripper, The Queen of Nothing, The Wicked King, and The Cruel Prince, Renegades, Arch Enemies, and Supernova, Heartless, and Caraval, Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, Winter, Fairest, and Stars Above. Here we have a smaller shelf where I put some of my series. Much Ado About Mean Girls, Jedi the Last, Star Wars, The Phantom of Menace, The Raven Boys, Blue Lily Lily Blue, and The Dream Thieves, The Archived, The Unbound, A Reaper at the Gates, A Torch Against the Night, A Number in the Ashes. And this is the fourth shelf where once again I have some of my series. Tales of the Peculiar by Ransom Riggs. I'm not going to put them up because I don't want to. So we have Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Hollow City, and The Library of Soul, and Map of Days, all by Ransom Riggs. Tales from a New World, Moon Chosen by PC Cast, The Guinevere's Deception, and The Camelot Betrayal, all by Kirsten White, All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater, and Cold on the Oak, also by Maggie Stiefvater. This Savage Song and Vicious, both by V.E. Schwab or Victoria Schwab. Glitter by Aprilline Pike. Among the Beast and the Briars by Ashley Poston. The Witcher, The Last Wish, the second book in the Witcher series, and the third book in the Witcher series. A French book which title would translate into something like The Order of the Swan by a French author. Fable by Adrienne Young. And Prisoner of Night and Fog by Anne Blankman. Now we are arriving on my contemporary / standalone shelf, and here it's mostly my hardback. Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, Anna Caritas the first book, and Anna Caritas the second book, all by Patrick Isabelle. The Light Between Worlds by Laura E. Weymouth, Wilder Girls by Rory Power, Since You've Been Gone, The Unexpected Everything, and Save a Date, all by Morgan Matson. Winky Poppy Midnight by April Guinevere Turcoilk, Horrid by Katrina Leno, Burn by Patrick Ness, The Game of Love and Death by Martha Brookenbrough, Beyond a Darkened Shore by Jessica Leake, Mosquitoland by David Arnold, Pride by E.B. Zoboy, With the Fire on Eye, and Clap When You Land, both by Elizabeth Acevedo, Alex and Eliza, A Love Story by Melissa de la Cruz, To All the Boys I Loved Before, and P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, The Marvels by Brian Selznick, and Pride and Premeditation by Tiraz Price. And now we're arriving on the last shelf of this first bookshelf, and here it's the rest of my contemporary slash standalone collection. Anna Kay and Anna Kay Away, both by Jenny Lee. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Oh I Live Now by Meg Rossoff. Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills. Furthermore by Tara Maffei. Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. The Year Shakespeare Ruined My Life by Danny Jensen. Wildhood by Colin Meloy. Attachment by Rainbow Rowell. Coraline by Neil Gaiman. Broken Things by Lauren Oliver. To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding. And The Last Life of Prince Alastair by Alexandra Bracken. The Secret Diary of Lizzie Bennet by Bernie Sue and Kat Rorick. The Sun is Also a Star. And Everything Everything, also by Nicola Yoon. And Line by Rainbow Rowell. I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. Dry by Neil Schusterman and Jared Schusterman. Wicked by Gregory Maguire. The Wrath and the Dawn and The Rose and the Dagger, both by Renée Adier. House of Hollow by Crystal Shutterland. Wonder by R.G. Palacio. The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Kindred Spirit by Rainbow Rowell. Pax by Sarah Pennypacker. A Christmas Revelation by Anne Perry. And Almost Midnight by Rainbow Rowell. Here we have my Cassandra Clare bookshelves, and I have all my Cassandra Clare. Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare. The Bane Chronicles. Chain of Gold. Chain of Iron. Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess. City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, and City of Lost Soul. Lady Midnight. Lord of Shadows. Queen of Air and Darkness. Now we have this shelf with a lot of my favorite series and favorite authors. Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. Six of Crows, also by Leigh Bardugo. Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. Batman Nightwalker by Mary Lou. Warcross and Wildcard, both by Mary Lou. Sky Hunter by Mary Lou. The Young Elite and The Rose Society, both by Mary Lou. The Kingdom of Back by Mary Lou. Hunger Games. Catching Fire. Mockingjay. And The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, all by Susan Collins. Here it is my second small shelf with different series. Legend by Mary Lou. Prodigy, also by Mary Lou. Champion. And Rebel, all by Mary Lou. A Darker Shade of Magic. A Gathering of Shadows. A Conjuring of Light, all by V.E. Schwab. A Question of Alms. The Case for Jamie. The Last of August. A Study in Charlotte, all by Brittany Cavallaro. This is a shelf with like the last of my series, My Calamity Jane, 2 editions of My Plain Jane, and My Lady Jane, all by the Lady Janice, so Cynthia Ann, Brodie Ashton, and Jodie Meadows. 3 Dark Crowns by Kendra Blake, The Reader, and The Oracle, both by Tracy Shee. Gumio by Ketchow, The Winner's Curse by Mary Rutkowski. Muse by Brittany Cavallaro. Nocturna by Maya Montaigne. Scythe. Thunderhead. and The Toll, all by Neil Shusterman, The Dark Days Club, and The Dark Days Pact, both by Alison Goodman. Here we have my Rick Riordan shelf because this man is writing way too much. So here we have my Percy Jackson book set. There's two missing because they're away. Here we have the Heroes of Olympus series in French. The Trials of Apollo, the first book, The Eden Oracle. Here we have The Sword of Summer, The Armor of Thor, and The Ship of the Dead, all by Rick Riordan. We have The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, both by J.R.R. Tolkien. So the last two shelves, I'm not going to show you all of the books on them, but this is my graphic novel / comics and poem shelf, where you see I have all of this. Here it's the Lumberjanes series, Paper Girls, Fence, Lock and Key, and some other graphic novels. And I'm just showing you this very messy Harry Potter shelf where I have 3 different editions of Harry Potter. This one over there is in French, the box set is in English, and here you have the illustrated version in English. So that's it, everyone. That was all the books on my shelves. I'm sorry for the quality because I'm filming that late at night and the light is not well. It's not great, sorry. Anyway, if you've seen any of your favorite, please let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you next time. Bye, everyone!